The house gangs of Necromunda are always fighting for power, wealth, and dominance over the hives. Now, a dark and evil cult rises from the shadows to join in the brutality.
Welcome to Navy Paints. In this video, I'll be showing you my Slannesh Chaos cult gang, the Sires of Cruelty. Let's crack in. So here's the gang as it stands so far. 20 members fully painted and ready to go. The majority of the bits I used to make this gang are from two different starter boxes. The first is the original Age of Sigmar starter box, and the second is the Indominus box from 40k. And the four main kits from those boxes I used are the Blood Reavers. This kit was used as the main base for all the models except the leader. Because these are dedicated to Khorne, I've removed all the Khorne symbols and the horns from the models. For the leader of the gang, I've gone with the Khorne Bloodstoker as the base kit, and again removed all the Khorne symbols off this model. For replacement hands, spines and feet on the models, I've gone with two Necron kits. These are the Scorpec Destroyers and the new Necron Warriors. Along with these four kits, I've used a heap of bits from my bits box. Taking a closer look at the gang, I've used magnets to magnetize most of the gang. Not every single model is magnetized, some of them are just static. Around 90% of the gang can be changed. This will give me the flexibility to swap any weapons in their hands, or around their waist I can swap the grenades or pistols, and any other equipment the gang might pick up along the way. Starting with the Chaos Demagogue here, this is the leader of the gang. I've magnetized both his hands, and also he's got a metal chain around his waist. This is magnetic, so I can attach equipment to it. For this guy here, you can see he's got some sort of sword or spear hand, and on the opposite side he's got a heavy flamer. Being the leader of the gang, I've made him the most customizable. Removing the heavy flamer, I can put on this saw blade, and taking away the spear, I can replace it with a scimitar. Removing the saw blade, I can replace it now with a grenade launcher. And if I choose to, I can remove the grenade launcher and put the spear on this hand to run two close combat weapons. And then taking away the sword, I can put this spear back on, then pop back on the heavy flamer. There are other options for this guy. I won't go through every single one of them, but by using a few magnets, you can make your model super customizable. This will hopefully give the gang a lot more longevity on the tabletop. This guy here is a cult disciple. He's the equivalent of a champion in other gangs. To represent his standing in the gang as just being a little bit higher than the rest. This arm's from the Khorne Lord, Karl, and he's also from the same Age of Sigmar box as the other models. This guy here is pretty static. He's always going to have the two-handed axe. On his hip he's got a pistol, so I can swap this out for other weapons if I need to. This third member here is a standard bearer, though in the codex there's no equipment for an actual banner for the cult. I thought it would be cool just to add one to the gang. Having the banner and these toxic pumps on his back, he stands out quite nicely from the rest of the gang, so I'll be using him as a cult disciple. With this gang member here, I've only got the one magnet on his back, so this again can swap out this pistol, put a las gun, or any other weapon I choose to put on the back here. To tie the gang together and make them look uniform, beside having the base colours of the purple, pink and silver, I've also gone with this black and yellow hazard pattern. I've put this over all the wires on the models, and the higher ranking members of the gang have these vials or pumps on them, and this is to represent them getting pumped full of chemicals. So every model in the gang has one or more wires on them, and also on some of the weapons I've put this pattern as well. I've also used this necklace chain I've picked up from the dollar store, and I've used this around some of the gang members just to help tie them together. And the last thing to tie the gang in is the green around the models. So this is on the vials and pumps, on the plasma weapons, and in the eye slits of the helmets. For the bases I've gone with a real dark heavy rust. The reason I did this, because the models are quite bright, having the base very dark and dull will help the model stand out from it. So that's the 20 members of the Chaos Cult Gang so far. I've still got to add 2 Chaos Familiar, a Chaos Spawn and a Cult Witch to finish out the gang. Total time to make the gang from start to finish was about 8 or 9 weeks. Converting the gang was the most fun. I really enjoyed that part of it. Painting it wasn't too bad until I got to the 15th model of every step and I started to burn out. I'm real happy with the overall look of the gang. I think they'll stand out quite nicely on a tabletop. All I need to do now is play a game.
The Sires of Cruelty are ready to be unleashed upon Necromunda.
Thanks for watching Navy Paints. If you liked the video, please click the sub button and leave me a like. If there's anything you want to see in a future video, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch ya.